Welcome to C Manager Training Module 3, Part 2, where we focus on on-demand video courses. To create an on-demand video course, the first step is to upload the video file into your C Manager database. And we're going to do that by coming to our library, by navigating to the left-hand navigation panel, and hovering over the library icon. Clicking on this icon will bring you to your library database, which holds a number of different external files that have been uploaded to the database. It houses all of your files, such as your PDFs, Word documents, and PowerPoints that have been included in an invitation as material. Any images that you've uploaded, such as email banners or logos, your video files, which we will be working with today, audio files, such as podcasts that may have been added to the database, your SCORM or learning packages files, which are interactive online courses, and any links that you have included as a material for an upcoming course. With our focus being on videos, I'm going to click on the video tab, and it's going to list all of the video files I have uploaded in chronological order. This way I can see my most recent files listed on top and my oldest files on the last page. To add a new file or upload a new file to your library, we're going to come to our upper right-hand corner and click on Add File. Now we have to select the type of file we're going to be uploading to the database. And it gives you a list of the different files that can be uploaded. We've just went through them, along with the acceptable formats. For files, which includes your images, you can upload PDFs, Word docs, Excels, CSV, JPEGs, PNGs, and GIFs or GIFs, depending on your denomination. Here is where we would click on to upload our video files, and C Manager only works with MP4, WebM, or OGG files. Scrolling down, you have your SCORM upload, where we accept the files in SCORM 1.1, 1.2, and 2004, as well as AICC and XAPI, TIN-CAP API. And for your audio files, we accept MP3s, OGGs, and WAV files. Since we're going to be focusing on videos, I'm going to click on Video for eLearning. And on this screen, I can drag and drop my file into this little box here to upload it, or I can click here and browse my local folders. So I will navigate to my videos. Here are all my video files, and I can select the file I want to upload. We will use, let's get this one. Clicking on Open is going to start uploading that file for me. You can upload multiple files at one time if you need to get more than one in. If your video was a bit larger, it may take longer to upload into the database. If you had one of those larger videos that were an hour, maybe an hour and a half long, as it uploads, you can hit this little X box to close this window, and it will collapse it into the lower right-hand corner, and you can watch it upload as you move along into different sections of C Manager. Once that upload is complete, you'll be able to expand this window and come back to this view. My file is on the smaller side, so it's completely uploaded. I'm going to hit Next to continue on in my process, and this is where I can make my first edits to the file. I have the file name, and that automatically translates over to the file title. Now, in cManager, anytime you upload a file, there will be two titles or names for your file. The file name, which is the original name of the file before it was uploaded. And here we have your library title name for the file. This way you can update the name to make it a bit more searchable and cohesive with the course that you're going to be using it for. I'm going to change my title to the name of the course. Once I have that updated, I have the option to make two additional changes where I can override the role for video settings and enable the seek bar. What this does is allow the user to fast forward through this video. In reference to the roles, each user has a security role or access role within the system, whether they are a system administrator or an attorney or an accountant or an external user. One of their accesses that's turned off is the ability to fast forward. However, we know sometimes there are e-learnings where you are not providing accredited information, so the user will not be earning any CLE or CPE credit at the end of the course, so you may want to allow them to fast forward. I do not want to allow them to fast forward, so I'm not going to override their no access and give them access. I'm going to leave it both turned off. I'm going to click on finish, and that's going to add my video file to my library. And here you can see that the video is uploaded and it is currently converting. The conversion is a process to make sure that the video plays smoothly in cManager. Normally you would wait for this video to complete converting. However, my video is very, very short. So by the time I create my course, the conversion process will be done. If you needed to make some additional edits to this data, to this file that you've uploaded to the database, you can click on the gray space of the file, and you get a side panel that comes on. And here you can see that for the video, which is a minute long, you get this little note that we are currently encoding this video. Please come back later to play the video. It's currently updating it to make sure that it's viewable in the portal. But I don't want to play the video from here at the moment. I just want to check on some additional features that you have for making edits or updates to the file. You can change the title name. You can populate a description. You can always come back here to override the role and enable the seek bar. And you can archive this video if you are no longer going to be using it. This way it's not on your active lists. Additionally, for the sessions, since this is a new video, I don't have any sessions listed here. However, if this is assigned to a session where it's a playable course in cManager, it's going to list the session here. And the last tab here is the security. This is going to allow you to limit the access to this file, where if it was an outside user, which we deem a client, you can filter by their client affiliation, meaning the company that they work for, if that is one of the pieces of information on their profile. Also, you can allow access by specific criteria. If you only wanted users that were listed as an executive director, only users with this position title would be able to search, find, and play the video. Anyone else will not be able to search, find, or be able to play this item. I don't want to make any limitations for this course, so I'm going to hit cancel. And let's scroll to another course or another file here. So here we go. We have our two names, the course name, and then the file name. Here you can see we don't have that conversion. We have the name of the course. And here's the session. So we know that this course or this video has a session. the course has been uploaded and is available in the Learners portal for your users to view and have access of. Now that my file is uploaded, I'm going to go ahead and start creating my course. So I'm going to navigate away from the library, come to Learning, and click on Courses. Anytime you are populating a recording or a video course, it's normally going to be one or two ways. When you have a recording, this may be a standalone video, which is its own course that has its own title. It's never been uploaded into the system, such as maybe a sexual harassment course or a cybersecurity course. The other instance would be a recording of a live event that you've previously had. If you had a webinar or a video cast session that was held a couple of days ago, you may have recorded that course and want to upload that recording into the system for users who could not have made the live version and give them a chance to watch and earn the credit on this additional format. The only difference between the two would be whether or not you have to create the course. If this was a recording of a live event that you've previously had, the course would already exist and you would navigate to that course and just add an additional session in the specified format for this video. However, in this instance, we are going to create a brand new course. So we're going to follow the process by coming to the upper right-hand corner, clicking on Add Course. This is an in-house course because it's going to be provided by our firm. So we add in-house course and we start populating the course profile information. I'll populate the course title, the provider, and I'll add in the additional course information. My firm tracks course codes. You don't have to populate one. It's an optional field. If this populated a specific competency, or if this course was geared towards specific departments, you select all of the appropriate information. Once my desired information is listed, I also want to include my course description, which is the information on what the course is going to be covering. And I'll paste that data right into here. So I have my course information all set, and I'll click Save once I'm happy with all the data that I've populated. Now that the course profile is created, I'm going to add that session. And if you followed the previous two sessions regarding in-firm courses and third-party courses, this process should be slightly familiar to you. I'm going to come to Add Session, and I'm going to create the type of session that I want. I just need a single session because this is an online course. It's not going to be provided in different formats or different locations. This isn't multiple parts that need different days, and this isn't a recurring session. It's just a standalone video, and users will watch it at different dates as they hit play. Single session, and we'll start populating that session detail information. We have the title already from the course. We're going to choose our formats. I'm going to scroll down to my on-demand formats, and you have a number of options to choose from. And you would choose the format that best suits the type of course and file, and whatever your firm preference is. This is a video course, so the user will be sitting and watching the online content. So the main two formats for this would be either online video or online course. I happen to prefer all of my on-demand courses just to list an online course for consistency. However, you may choose to use online video or a video file if that is your preference. The start date for this session, I'm going to have it be today because this is the first time I'm entering in the video. Now, if this was a recording of a past event that you've held, such as that webinar or video conference, the start date would be the same date that you've held the live event. So if I had a webinar on November 1st, and I'm uploading the video now because this is when our team provided me with the file, I would set my start date to be November 1st because that's when the content was created. The other fields such as end date, start time, and location, I don't need because there is no end time or start time or location for this because it's an online course. I'll click next to populate some additional information. So we populated the session details, we chose online course, and our session automatically becomes published because we want this to be available to our end users in the portal. The next most important step is the media type and the file. We want to make sure we select the correct video to play with this course. So one, choose the file type. We chose a video file that we've uploaded. And I'm going to search for my file and named it Basics of Export Controls 2022, the same name as the course, which is a very good practice to keep going. Name the file the same name as the course so it's easily searchable. Once I have my file, I'll hit the checkbox to select it. You can also add multiple files onto one course. If you wanted to create segments that are, let's say if you had a course that was an hour and a half long and you wanted to break it up into 30-minute videos, you can add 3 different video files to this course if you wanted to. Once I have my file selected, I'll scroll down. I've already gone through the when and where. I don't need that. This does not require registration approval. Anyone, based on my settings that I did on the file, will be able to play this video once they get to the portal. Now for the additional information, the one thing I want to do is choose an evaluation. This is an optional field. For the evaluation, once the user has completed watching the course, they'll have the opportunity to complete the evaluation right on the screen. So you don't have to email them the eval. It happens automatically. I don't need any additional information regarding registration limits or cost, so I'm going to skip that. I don't need any session information. But I may want to populate a material if there was a PowerPoint or Word document that you wanted to allow the users access. You can add it from the library the same way you would do for a live event. So these are all the files that have been uploaded previously to my library. However, if the file you need has not already been uploaded, you can click Upload File and grab the existing file from your desktop or your local folders or drives. I'm going to use 2 existing files. I'll click Add, and I'll choose which ones I want to be public. I'm just going to choose one. The option to have public and private, there may be some proprietary information or files that you just need to connect to the session for safekeeping, but you don't want your users to have access to that. So I'm just going to have the one public file. Clicking Next, I'm going to add in the credits that this course is going to offer. We're going to give them 3 types of credits: California, New York, and New Jersey. Clicking on Next will allow me to populate that credit information. We'll do some general credits for this course. 1 general, 1 general, and 1 professional practice. Now, we've added the credits for these courses. You can also populate some additional qualifiers. Each jurisdiction, depending on their requirements, has some limitations and qualifiers for their newly admitted attorneys or accountants. For California, one of their qualifiers is this participatory? This video is not. There's no interactive component that they need to do the course. Whereas on a full e-learning, such as a SCORM package or a learning package, you may have to complete a learning assessment test or drag the word over to the definition. This is just sitting and watching the video. For the properties, does this provide credit towards the requirement of the new attorney training program for California? No, so we're going to skip that. The same thing goes for New York and New Jersey. You have your qualifiers for reciprocal and for the newly admitted requirements. The same thing for New York. You have your qualifiers here. For New York specifically, you have this qualifier for transitional, meaning is a new attorney allowed to take this course? This refers to the level of difficulty of the course. This course isn't too difficult. A new attorney can take this. So I'm going to click and say yes, that is transitional. And you get this automatic update for it to be approved for both experienced attorneys and newly admitted attorneys. One of the main fields that I haven't touched on pertains only to your on-demand courses, which is credit expiration. Some jurisdictions only allow you to provide credit for on-demand courses for a certain period of time. The most common length of time is a year. So you can enter in an expiration date. I'm going to say 11/27/2023. So anyone between today and November 27th of 2023, if they watch this course, they will be able to earn the one professional, the one PP credit. However, once a user watches this after this date, they will get a notification as soon as they try to click play, letting them know that the credits for this course has expired. So they will not earn credit if they continue watching. This is a really great update to add into your courses, so you don't have to remember which courses you need to archive, and you don't have to worry about missing archiving it and someone watched it when they shouldn't have earned credit. So I'm going to populate all of these to expire within a year. Once I'm happy with the credit entry, I'll click next, and I get to review the information that I've populated. I can go back to the previous pages to make updates, or I can edit the credits and the details right from these buttons. I'm happy with the information, so I'm going to go ahead and click finish. And this creates my session. Once I clicked on finish and I have this session in front of me, this course is in the portal, ready for your users to take and watch it. Looking at the session, let's review our registration counts. They are slightly different from our infirm and live events that we've gone over previously. You now have two different fields for in progress and disqualified. This is in reference to the user completing the video. For your registration count, you're never really going to see anything populated here because you can't register a user for an on-demand course. They can take it whenever they choose. However, once a user completes the video, they'll show as validated. You do not have to come and validate the user yourself. It happens automatically once they've completed the course. In progress, we'll show you the number of users that are partially done with the course. They may have 10 minutes left. They may have stopped right through and have a whole hour and a half, depending on the length of your course. For the disqualified count, this is going to show you those users who failed what we call a viewing verification. In C Manager, this is an option that you can put in viewing verifications, kind of like the Netflix pop-up, are you still watching? Yes, I am. This will allow you to make sure that a user did not hit play and walk away. We want the user to stay in front of the screen and watch the content in its entirety. And to enter a viewing verification, we're going to click into the session here, and we're going to go to Media Settings, this tab here. All of the other tabs that you see are identical to all the other sessions that we've gone through, where you have your participants tab, your users who have clicked play will start populating here. As soon as a user comes to a video and hits play, they're going to populate on the participants tab as in progress. Once they complete it, it'll automatically get switched to validated, and their credits will be awarded, and they will get a certificate of attendance listed on their transcript page. If they have not completed the course successfully, they'll list as disqualified on this participants tab as well. So I'm going to come to my media settings here, and here I have my video. Now, I always like to check to make sure that the video works once I get to this stage. I want to hit play to make sure that I hear the information and I see the video going through its steps. Also, always check to make sure the duration time is what you expect it to be. You have the size, the file name, and the title. To add in the viewing verification, I'm going to click on this little pencil here, and I have two types of verifications which work exactly the same. The only difference is a viewing difference. You have the option to enable a code verification. Sometimes when you hold a webinar, the instructor may hold up a sign that says a code, write a code on the board, or populate some type of alphanumeric code on the screen. Adding the code here will allow you to have this be congruent with what the users are seeing. This code and the validation is completely separate to what was recorded on the screen. This is built into the C Manager, not part of the video before it got to us. So your user or your instructor may write a code on the screen. However, our viewing verification, it's what's going to confirm that they've watched the video. So you can populate their arbitrary code. So when this pop-up happens, the user will see this code and it'll make sense that this is what they were waiting for. Now, how the codes work or how the viewing verifications work. Setting up the verification, you would populate the code, populate how many times this code should pop up, and how long they have to interact with that pop-up. So here's the process. Leaving it at this settings here, I want this pop-up to display once. So my video is 59 seconds long. So depending on the display limit, it will evenly distribute out my verification pop-up throughout the video. So one will list it right at the halfway point. The video will pause at the 29-30 second mark. And you'll get a pop-up that says, please verify you're still watching the video by clicking on the below button. I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially going to be the note. The pop-up is going to display the code, but it will have a separate button for them to click to confirm that they're still sitting in front of the video. And they will have 30 seconds to do that action. You can lower that time frame by only giving them 10 seconds. However, it takes about 10 seconds for a user to realize what's happening. So I always suggest not going below 30 seconds, but you can go up to 1-2 minutes and as high as 10 minutes for them to be able to click on that action. Other option is just a viewing verification, which works the same exact way, except it will not display a code. You'll get the pop-up. They'll have the notification requiring them to click on that button to confirm they're watching it, and they'll have 30 seconds to do that. If they miss the 30 seconds and they do not click on that button, the video will stay paused, and when they come back to the screen, they'll have a note letting them know that they have failed the viewing verification, and they will have two options: to continue watching the video and not earn credit, and they will need to reach out to their administrator to get credit, or they can rewatch from the last completed verification or the beginning of the video, depending on how many verifications you've included. So if you have two and they miss the second one, the video will start from right after they completed the first verification. I'm going to have it as 2. I'll click save. So now my video is all set up. So we have this video in our portal ready for our users to watch. However, what if they don't know that the video is there? You can still treat this like a regular session where you can come to the Invites tab and invite someone to take this course. And I'm going to do that by clicking on Email Invitation. And I'm going to invite Richard Bouquet to take this course. And I'll go ahead and click Send. So he's going to get an invitation to complete this course. While we wait for Richard to get his email, I'm going to log out, and actually, no, I'm not going to log out. I'm just going to navigate to my portal because I can still watch the video. I do have a profile, and it may be a requirement that the administrators have to take as well. I'll navigate to my portal and I will search for this course. If you've seen our portal video, you'll have a familiar sense of seeing these different tiles. However, if you haven't, this is going to be the learner's portal that your end users will be accessing. It's separated by different tiles for the different sections of the portal page. You have your full course catalog, which will list all of the programs that are readily available for users to take if it's an on-demand course, or register for if it's a future live event. Your course calendar will show you all of the sessions that are being offered that are live for the upcoming days, months, and weeks. My courses will show you all of the on-demand courses you are currently in the progress of watching but haven't finished, and any upcoming courses that you have registered for. Your compliance will show you your compliance report, your learning plans, any learning plans or learning journeys that you have been assigned to, and then you have your transcript to show you your full course history, and you can print your certificates and complete some additional evaluations. This instructor view is specific to the system administrators. We'll cover that in another training session. So let's go ahead and look for my course. I'm logging in as a user. And I'll come to the course catalog. This is where it's going to show me all of the courses that are available to me. I can do some quick filters for only looking at the on-demand courses, as well as the live classrooms. I can filter down, and any of the webinar sessions that are upcoming. And I can click all three to show all of my options. Now, you do have an advanced search here that's going to give you a side panel, which will allow you to narrow down your view by specific criteria. You can search by provider, by the session format, meaning if it's a college course, live classroom, looking at all online video, online courses, and by the additional information that was populated on the course, such as department and practice area, even the amount of credit that the course is offering. To search by credit, you would choose the jurisdiction first. I'll search for New York. And the amount of credits that you're searching for. And this is going to show me all of the courses that are giving one ethic, at least one ethics credit. If you hover over it, you'll get a breakdown of the course information. However, I don't need that. I'm not looking for an ethics course. I'm looking for a very specific course, and I have the name. So I'm going to come to this little orange refresh icon to clear my filters, and I'm going to search for the exact name of the course, which is listed here. I'm going to click on details, and I get a side panel. Now, on this view here, you can see the type of different formats that the course is being offered in. Once I click on details, I get the full list, the course description, all of the details that was populated on the course, as well as the links to watch the video. The materials that I made available will be listed here because I made them public. Once I click on View on Demand, it's going to bring me to the video page where I can hit play and start watching this video. So join with me while we go through this 59-second long video. I'll hit play, and we'll start letting the content roll through. On the bottom of the video, you'll have the overview of the course information. You again still have access to materials that you can download. And this is going to show you the number of credits that are being offered. And here is my first pop-up. You can see the video paused, and it says, please click the button below to confirm that you are viewing this video. And I have 30 seconds to interact. You can see 30 seconds is a very decent amount of time because I'm still talking and going over this item. I'll click verify viewing so I complete this action. It's through. Another pop-up, which will be my second pop-up to confirm that I'm still sitting in front of it. Here it is. I'm going to miss this pop-up. So we're going to sit in silence as we watch it count down. Here we go. I've missed my viewing verification because I've walked away to stop the popcorn from burning in the microwave or to let the dog out. So anytime your user wants to walk away from the video, we highly encourage them to hit pause and then come back and resume. But because I missed this, I have two options. I can rewatch and re-listen from the last completed validation, which was the first one, or I can continue listening / watching, but I must contact my coordinator when the video is complete to receive credit, to let them know that I've missed the verification, and the coordinator or the system administrator will determine whether the user has to rewatch it from the beginning or they decide to grant them the credits. I'm going to rewatch and re-listen for my last completed validation. So this way I don't have to contact anyone. I'll complete my second verification. Here we go. I have successfully completed the course. If I had failed the course by being disqualified because I decided to continue watching the video and not earn credit, this will show a disqualified icon and give me the same note that I had on the pop-up that I must contact my coordinator to receive credit. However, I did complete it, so I have two options. I can return to the course catalog to search for more courses to continue earning credit, or I can complete my evaluation, which I will. I'm going to complete my evaluation now. And here I can complete it right on the screen. Click submit. And do I want to submit the evaluation? Yes. Once I'm successful, I can close this view and I get brought back to the video. Now I'm going to return to the course catalog. And as a user, I can continue watching more courses. Now let's navigate back to the admin view. And I'll go and search with my course. So here is my course. It gets listed for today because this is the start date that I've added. And here you can see I have one user that is validated. Let me sign out and I'll log in as a different user so you can see someone that is in progress. I'll sign out, log in as a separate user. We'll do Rogan Richards. And Rogan will log in, come to the course catalog, and I'll search for that same course. And I'll just play it for a few seconds. So I'll hit pause and I will go back to the previous pages. Now, as a user, because I hit pause, I'm currently listed as in progress. If I go to my courses, this is going to show me all of the on-demand courses that I'm currently in the process of watching that I haven't completed. I can click resume right from here and resume right where I left off, or I can decide to watch from the beginning. So I'll pause this again just to save my place. I'll go back and let's log out and view that admin side again. Here you have the updated statuses, one validated, one in progress. I'll click onto the session to come to the session details. And here are my two users. You can see I completed the course and I got validated and I have my certificate here. Rogan is currently in progress because he did not complete it. If he failed, he would have a D, a red D here, and you'll have your disqualified number increase. If a user is either in progress or disqualified, you as the admin still have power to validate the user. If Rogan said he completed the course and he got his certificate, which from here, it doesn't look like it because he's in progress. You want to make sure that the user completes the course fully and they get to that, you have completed stage. Times with recordings of live events, the video may have like 2 or 3 seconds left of a dark or black screen, and they may decide to leave the video at that point, not knowing that the actual file hasn't been completed. So anytime a user is in progress and they do say that they've completed the course, but they didn't earn their certificate and they don't know what's wrong, have them go back and hit play again and resume from where they left off and see if there's 1 or 2 seconds that they just didn't let play out. But if you didn't want to do that, you can come to the action dots here and you can validate that user. And it's going to ask you, when did they complete this? And you just want to make sure you enter in the correct completion date. And click save. And he is instantly validated. Now, as the users are validated, as I said, it's going to automatically list on their compliance, on their transcript and compliance report. If I come over to my portal, because I completed the video first, and I go to transcripts, here's my course. Like the credits that I've earned, the material that I made available, and I can print my certificate. I can also view the evaluation that I entered. And if there was an evaluation that I did not complete on a previous on-demand course or a previous live event that I was emailed the evaluation for, I can come back here and complete it now. And it gets updated. Navigate back to the admin view. Now that we're back on the admin view, let's sign out and pull up that e-learning invitation that we sent previously to Richard Bouquet. So I'm going to log out as the system admin. I'm going to head and close this window altogether. Here is the email invitation for the video that we sent to Richard previously. You can see my email body that was pre-populated, all of the course information, and then we have the credit information. For the user to watch the on-demand course, they would click on Details and Registrations, as is explained in my email body here. We click on Details and Registration. We're going to get a new window that opens up. You can see I'm not signed in yet as Richard anyway. For the user to watch it, they can decline the invitation. They still have access to the materials because we made them public. Here, they would click View on Demand. Now, because no one is signed in yet, it does want you to sign in, so we know which user is going to be accessing the portal, so the credits get awarded to the right profile. So here it is. It brings me right to the video. I'm logged in as me. I don't have to search for it, but I can hit play and continue watching the video and complete it. So this is a really easy way to share on-demand courses with your users, to let them know that it's available, invite them to take the course, and it's a quick link and sign in to get to the video. If the user was already signed into Scene Manager, it would just skip that process. The video link will automatically open to their portal for the video and start playing. I'm going to hit back, and it brings me back to my course profile page in the portal. and I'm going to go ahead and sign out. That concludes our training for Module 3 on e-learning. Have a wonderful day.